Okay, we are back and we're going to get ready to start the off season for the 2027 season. So it is time. We're going to get that going and just kind of see what we can rebuild for the Michigan Wolverines coming off a national championship loss to the Oregon Ducks. All right, so yeah, we are. Yep. So here we are. We're at the off season. We finished the year 13-2, and well, this is going to be very interesting. So Bryce Underwood is projected to be a first round pick. I was counting on this happening. Andrew Marsh is wanting to go, and he is projected to be a second round pick. They're saying I have no chance to persuade him to come back. I'm, yeah, persuaded, chance to persuade is a none. I'm kind of willing to believe that. Josiah Edmond is also projected to enter the draft. He is projected to be a sixth round pick. They are saying persuasion chances for him are very good, are, well, guaranteed. So we'll see. Tim Stockton, we had a deal break on him for playing time. Honestly, I think I can get him possibly to come back because of the simple fact that the only quarterback that I have on the roster right now is Dunsbar. I have two other guys coming in, but Stockton, basically it's Stockton and Dunsbar, and that's it. So I think I have a shot at getting him there. Darius Carruthers, I might be able to get him to come back. That's going to be a possibility. And they're saying that Jamar Doxson, I can probably get him to come back. So we're going to try. All right, so we're going to try Doxson first. And he's decided to stay. We're going to hit Edmond next. And we're going to get him to stay. So we got the two guys that were pretty much guaranteed, which I kind of figured that was going to happen. Let's try Darius Carruthers. I'm hopeful I can get him to stay, but I wouldn't be surprised if he decides. Yeah, I was going to say I wouldn't be surprised if he decides to transfer. The question is, can I get Tim Stockton to stay? I don't think I can. And that's true. So, yeah, so it's going to be fun. Now, the question becomes, do I try to convince Underwood to come back? Or do I let him go knowing that he's a projected first round pick? I'm going to try. I don't think he's going to come back, but I'm going to try. I didn't think so. Okay, so Underwood, is going into the draft. I'm not even going to try with Marsh because, well, I'm not going to try. I'm going to let Marsh go. He's projected to be a second-round pick. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up being a first-round pick. Ted Stockton is out. He is transferring. I'm going to be intrigued to see where he goes. Carruthers is staying, or no, I'm sorry, Carruthers is also leaving. Jamar Doxson is staying. Andrew Spade is a projected 7th-round pick as a senior. My starting center, Jake Gurria, is projected to be a 6th-round pick. And that's pretty much it. Brownie is not projected to be a draft pick. Interesting. I would have figured he would have been. So, we're losing 3 quarterbacks. One's graduating, one's going in the draft, and one is transferring. Son of a bitch. Nick Swoop is graduating. He has seemingly little to no interest in getting into the draft, so we'll see. This sucks. This really sucks. Let's go ahead and look at Oregon, the national champion. See who's going, who's leaving, and what have you. So Decoria Moore is entering the draft. He's predicted to be a first-round pick. Not a surprise. Jordan Davidson is projected to be a second-round pick. He is also leaving. Adrian Breland is leaving. He's projected to be a second-round pick. Dree Hill Jr. is also leaving. He's projected to be a third-round pick. Bear Brockmeyer is projected to be a 4th-round pick, and he's going as well. Son of a bitch. Aaron Flowers is projected to be a 5th-round pick. He is leaving, as is Trey McNutt. He's projected to be a 6th-round pick. And then Jericho Johnson is also leaving. He's projected to be a 7th-round pick. Zach Stasinski is transferring out. He's citing playing time. And then Terrell Six from Provo, Utah, has decided he is also transferring. He's citing playing time. Dalen Austin is projected to be a 6th-round pick as a senior. Dante Moore is projected to be a 2nd-round pick as a senior. Peyton Woodyard is projected to be a 2nd-round pick. Jamari Johnson is projected to be a 1st-round pick. Owen Chambliss is projected to be a 2nd-round pick. And then John Henry Daly is projected to be a 1st-round pick. So, holy shit. So they got 4 quarterbacks leaving. 2 are leaving in the draft. 1 is graduating as a senior. That was Camden Coleman. And then you have Terrell Sisk leaving, citing playing time when, frankly, he was probably going to be the starter, depending on what the draft class for Oregon looked like. Holy shit, make this make sense. And then Davidson and Hill are entering the draft, so damn. All right, let's see. Ohio State. Yeah, let's go look at Ohio State. So Ohio State, Philip Bell is entering the draft. He is projected to be a 3rd-round pick. Boatpeg Miller is projected to be a 4th. Deesby Jones is projected to be a 5th. Joe Ungsmore is transferring, citing playing time. Russell Whitaker is transferring, citing playing time. He is a quarterback. as is Trent Chisholm. He's also citing playing time at the quarterback position. And then Vernon Meadows is transferring, citing play style. He's a Sam linebacker. Edric Houston is projected to be a second-round pick. And then Jamal Roberts is projected to be a fifth-round pick. Holy shit. So they got two quarterbacks, both of them transferring out, citing playing time. One's a 76, one's a 74. Makes me wonder who the hell's coming back. That just, I don't know. Notre Dame, Scrap Richardson is projected to be a first-round pick. He said, bye. Joining him is Tay Johnson, who's also projected to be a first-round pick. Cam Williams, who's projected to go in the third round, is decided, I'm done. And then Kadarian Young, who was in the running for the Heisman, and he's projected to be a fifth-round pick. He said, I'm leaving too. Jeremiah Brink is transferring, signing playing time, as is Bryson Donaldson. He's also signing playing time. Blake Herbert is out as well, also signing playing time. Alec Morris, same thing. And then Robert Wells, he's also signing playing time. So they have lost two quarterbacks. Notre Dame has lost two quarterbacks. Vorak Turo is predicted to go in the second round as a senior. Kingston Asa is predicted to go in the first round. Anthony Knapp is predicted to go in the third. Bryce Young is predicted to go in the seventh. And then Jordan Napier is projected to go in the sixth. Damn. Let's see. Penn State. Michael Rosicki is transferring out, citing the championship contendership. Dewan Lane is citing play style as his reason for leaving. Jefferson Wembley, championship contendership. Jordan Crawford, play style. Tyrone Hale, championship contendership, as well as, LeVar Arrington Jr., Austin Gee, Anthony Specca, Kevin Salam, Khalid Beckford, Tavarius Hamilton, Dexter Coulter, and then Matt Conklin. They're all transferring out. And then they have 1, 2, 3 guys that are seniors that are projected. Oh, never mind. Shit, they got 5 guys that are projected to go in the draft as seniors. Ooh. They got 3 quarterbacks leaving. Coulter's leaving, citing playing time. He's a 74. Conklin's citing playing time. He's a 67. And then Jackson Smollett is graduating, and he's a 77. Make that make sense to me, please, because that doesn't make sense. Let's see. Michigan State. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 19. Jesus. 20. Michigan State has 20 players. 20 transferring for various reasons. None of them are quarterbacks because their only quarterback is graduating. But they got 20 players transferring, including 3 wide receivers. Matt Utton, who's an 86, Chase Sparrow, who's an 85, Ben Presley, who's an 83. Presley's been with Michigan State for 2 years. Otten's been, this is his first year with Michigan State. He was with West Virginia last year. Farrell has spent the last 2 years with Michigan State. He was with Northwestern in 2025. Damn. Huh. This is interesting. Okay, he's from Miami, so he'll look to go to one of the Florida schools. My God, the amount of players transferring out of Michigan State, that is insane. Nebraska only has 3. Caleb Benning, quarterback Willie Shitu, and then George Prince at wide receiver. And both of these guys are freshmen. This transfer portal is going to be very, very full. And I'm actually going to be intrigued to see how many people are actually interested in coming to Michigan. All right, so we're going to move on. I cannot believe it. 20 players leaving Michigan State. Underwood's going into the... I couldn't convince Underwood to come back, which I tried, but that wasn't happening. Pro potential, we actually dropped. It looks like it. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Let's look at the draft results first. So we have 4 guys going to draft. Underwood went in the first. Marsh went in the second. Guanara went in the 4th. And then Spurs went in the 5th round. Michigan State, they only had 1. And he went in the 5th. Let's see. Nebraska had 2. Dylan Raiola went in the 1st, and then Kenyatta Davis went in the 7th. Ohio State had, a lot. 1 in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, and then 2 in the 7th. Oregon, Jesus Christ. 3 in the 1st round, including Decorian Moore, Jamari Johnson, and Don Henry Daly. 4 in the 2nd, Dante Moore, Jordan Davison, Adrian Breland, Owen Chambliss, and Peyton Woodyard. Then they had 2 go in the 3rd, Bear Brockmeyer and Dre Hill Jr. And then they had Aaron Flowers went in the 4th. 3 guys went in the 5th round, Jericho Johnson, Trey McNutt, and Dalen Austin. And then Sorensen Pierre went in the 6th round. Good God. Penn State had 6 guys go in the draft. 1 went in the 1st, and that was D tackle John Walker. 1 went in the 3rd, and then the rest of them went in the 4th. Let's see, what about Texas? Texas had 3 guys go in the first, 1 go in the second, 1 go in the third, 1 go in the fourth, and 2 go in the sixth. A&M had 4 guys go, 1 went in the second, 2 went in the fourth, and 1 went in the fifth. Owens went in the second, Pringle Jr. went in the fourth. Damn, this is crazy. Texas Tech had 6 players go, 2 in the first. Keelan Russell, damn. Xavier Atkins, Brian Nelson the second, he went in the second round. Malik Harrison Pilot, he went in the third. Keely Volson went in the seventh, as did Jaden Cofield. God damn, that's crazy. What about USC? USC had 2 go in the first round, Bryson Washington and Elijah Page. Xavier Jordan went in the second, as did Marcellus Williams. Cameron Fontaine went in the fourth. Zion Kearney went in the sixth, and so did Desmond Stevens. All right, so we are getting ready to enter the recruiting phase for the off season. This is going to be interesting because right now we have 8 guys coming in. We have a lot more players coming in. All right, he's ready to come in for a visit. We're going to set him up for a week 1 visit. And we're going to go with brand exposure. We're going to go brand exposure on this one as well. Coach Prestige. And we'll set him up for week 3. Championship contendership, we'll set him up for week 1. We'll set him up for week 2. Playing time or playing style, either one. Playing time. Playing style. Yeah, let's set him up for week 1. Okay. Alright, week 1 is off the books. We'll go week 2 and we'll do championship contendership. Brand exposure, we'll go week 2. We'll go week 3, we'll go brand exposure. Week 3, we'll go playing style. And we'll go championship contendership, we'll go week 4. Okay, so we need a quarterback and we need a D tackle. Okay, I think we can make that work. Alrighty. So, the number one quarterback in the transfer portal, at least on the recommended list for us, is Bryce Baker, formerly from Toledo. We also have, good God, who else do we have here? So we also have Ryan Pugsley, who was formerly from Georgia. Let's see. Camario Taylor that was formerly from Utah, but he has us locked out. Alien Barnes, who was formerly of Texas A&M. Good God, look at the players that are. Okay, I'm gonna look at all of them. Any state, let's see. So let's see. So Utah's Camario Taylor is basically telling us to kick rocks. So it's Michael Van Buren Jr. that was formerly from LSU. Shafir Stuber of Texas. Micah Alejandro from Miami. Arkansas State's Josh Flowers. Jake Mecklinger from Tennessee. Clemson's Khalil Wilkins. Michael Hawkins Jr. from Texas A&M. Jarrett Claybrooks from Texas. George McIntyre from Arizona. They're all telling us no. We've got a host of players that are looking for us to go in. I'm going to put two on the list. Bryce Baker and Ryan Pugsley from Toledo and then from Georgia. And then we're going to look at D tackles because we need a D tackle. All right. Malik Autry from Auburn, who is ranked number 3. He is looking for a new home, and we're going to say yes. So we're going to put him on the list. Interesting. So what did I? Playing time. The D and have D and need C minus. Okay, well, you know what? He doesn't want to stay. I'm cool with it. It's not gonna bother me one bit. Okay, let's get these 3 guys settled. Okay. Is there anybody else? Let's see. What position? What am I looking at here? All right. I got 3. I'm looking at 3 quarters. So let's see. I got 3 quarterbacks that I'm looking at. Skylar Costello. I've got him set up on a recruiting trip. And then I'm looking at Bryce Baker and Ryan Pugsley, who are both transfers. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't care which one of those two comes in. I'll take either one of them at this point. Tailbacks, I don't have any. I'm actually going to go look and see what my situation with that looks like, because I want to see what am I looking at. So that way I can have a better idea, especially after. So Kapana is staying. So Swoop's out. So basically, it's going to be Cabana, Kamara, that's 2. Parker, 3, 4, and then Batty and Bree. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So no, I don't need a tailback unless there's like a 5-star prospect that just jumped out and goes, "You need me." No. Receivers, Marsh is gone. So Stewart, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I would look at some receivers. And then I would also look at the tight end too. So receivers and tight end. Okay. All right. So look at a couple of receivers and look at some tight ends. Even if it's all right, let's look at some receivers first. So let's see. Interesting. So right off the bat, Talik Lockett from Texas. He has this listed at 7th. Joshua Moore from Miami. Michigan State's Matt Putin has us listed at 6th. Interesting. Let's see. Ramon Kenya from Mizzou has us listed at 2nd. Iowa's KJ Parker has us 2nd. And we got a bunch of guys that have us listed either 4th all the way to 7th. I am going to, let's see. Let's go with Lockett, and let's go with Ott. And then we're going to go look at the tight ends. Tight ends, Jeremiah Brink, former of Notre Dame. Yes, please. And then Ethan Barber, formerly of Georgia. And then Elias Williams, formerly of Georgia. One's a sophomore, one's a junior. That's interesting. I'm going to go with the sophomore. All right. Okay. Alrighty. Let's go back out and let's look at our. Let's take another look at our roster. Let's look at the linemen now. Okay, so left tackle, let's say I'm okay. Um, left guard, I'd say I'm okay too. Uh, I need a center. Yeah, I need a center. Okay. Right guard, I'd look at somebody. Okay, so guard and center, I'd look at somebody. And then maybe tackle. So guard, center, and tackle. Okay. Okay. I got two guys on the tackle spot. They're both 3 stars. Okay. What about the guards? I got 3. Okay. Center, I've got one. Oh, center, I've got one coming in. Oh, okay. Shit. All right. Okay. Um, shit. What about the D line? I don't have anybody on the edges. I've got 2 D tackles. I've got 2 D tackles, 2 outside linebackers, including one that's already signed, a Mike that's already signed, and then I've got 4 more in the wings, and then a corner that's signed, free safety, strong safety, no kicker, punter that's signed, and then 3 athletes, one that's signed, one that's on the brink of signing, and then another one that we're getting into. And honestly, we'll go ahead and scout them. Awareness sucks, but his speed is good. Some of his other numbers are okay, so maybe not. Okay, so let's go look at some defensive players, some linemen, basically some linemen, maybe some linebackers. Let me take a look at my roster. So, okay, left ends, I've got nobody leaving. Right side, nobody's leaving either. D tackles, I've got 1 leaving. Don't think I have anybody coming in. I don't remember. I have to look. No, I've got 2 leaving. Okay, so D tackles, yes. Sam, I think we're okay. Mike's, yes, I need. Yeah, okay. Mike's are good because I've got those. I've got those covered. Wheels are. I got 2 leaving on the wheel side, so maybe a wheel. Let's see, and then I've got 1 leaving. Look at the corners. So we'll look at specific linebackers, and then we'll look at the corners. Yeah. All right. So let me see. What have I got? Okay, I've got a Mike signed, and then I've got 4 more here. I've got a Sam signed, and then I'm looking at a Will. Look, see what else is out there for outside linebackers, and then look at a corner. Okay. Check the outside linebackers. Ooh. Zayden Walker from Georgia. He's a Will. Put him on my list, and then let's go look at the corners. Blake Woodbury from Auburn. Let's go ahead and add him. And then let's add his teammate, John Mitchell. All right. Oh, I think we're good there. Okay. So we got 25 hours there. Everybody that we have. Okay. I think for now, I think for now, I'm okay with it. I don't really see anybody else that would pop out. Transfer for. That's this from my text. Patty from Illinois. Stockton is looking at Indiana and Illinois. Achilles Smith Jr. back in the border. Houston. Herbert is looking at FAU in San Diego State. Fulton from Penn State. EJ Archuleta Jr. from Delaware. Adrian Posey from UAB. On this list, I don't see Danny Felix from Utah State. Don't see anybody else that sticks out. Although it's kind of hard to remember names when you see so much damn movement. Trevor Lamar, Gideon Davidson, used to be with South. They said he used to be with South Carolina. Oh yeah, that probably was him. Let's see. Notre Dame's Bryson Donaldson's looking at BYU of North Texas. Man, let's see. I'm just looking at players from Penn State's Kevin Salons in Indiana or Notre Dame. Dom Thrasher. As it looks like he, would interest in us. Produced Deshaun LeBeau has us on his list at number 8. Danny Biggers from Boston College. Jake Parker from Rutgers. Man. I mean, the amount of players, just the amount of players that have just kind of just hit that portal. Okay, so we're sitting at 32. We've pretty much got the majority of everybody we think we want right now, or at least we're looking at seriously. And let's see who we can get, or what we can get. All right, week 1 is in the books for recruiting. See what happens. All right, nobody drops off our list. We've got 2 guys coming in for a visit this week. Talent developer unlocked. Okay. $25 to unlock that. Upgrade this one to 25. Okay. Let's see. Alright, so far, let's see. We have 650 recruiting hours. We need a fourth. We need another quarterback because we only have 3. Okay, so far, where Austin, Carly, Dexter Coulter. Let's see. We're looking at the number 1 and we're looking at number 5. Julian Duggar has us at 8. Dexter Coulter has us at 3rd. Danny Felix has us at 3rd as well. I would probably go maybe with Coulter. I don't know. No. He's a pure runner, 5'10", 199. That would be, What about, those are just pairs. Dual threat, 6'3", 228. Ooh, I don't know. Either Duggar or Paris. I think I'm gonna go Paris. Okay. And you know what? We'll throw Duggan on the loose just for the hell of it. Maybe we get lucky. Okay, so the quarterbacks that we have coming in, Costello is at 66. That's not good. Baker's at 89. Hughes is at 85. Harris is at 71. Duggan at 78. I'm going to be completely honest. Costello, man, these strategist. Let's see. Give me a second. Wonderful. That's what I need to get. That's what I need to concentrate on. Getting those, learning those depth trades of, of scouted players. That will help a lot. Okay. Damn. That's gonna be take a minute. All right. Okay. Um, let's see. All right. Bryce Baker is ready for a visit. We can either set him up week 2, week 3, or week 4, but we don't have anything positive. Let's see. Pro potential, we'll go week 2. And we will lock it. Coach Prestige will do week 4. Conference Prestige will do week 2. Try to get him in now. Break. Playing time will go week 4. Conference Prestige will go week 3. Nothing. And Pro Potential will go week 4. And the rest of the weeks are locked up, apparently. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we get. We get our first commitment on the off-season, including Tobias Fournette from Oak Park, Michigan. That's committed. We lost out on one of our quarterbacks that we were recruiting. Let's see. Tavarius Paris locked us out. He's in his top 5. Tavion Dent committed to Wisconsin, and then John Mitchell committed to Georgia. So we're gonna have some work to do. So we've got 9 players under scholarship. Let's see. Give me the quarterbacks. Let's see if we're okay with what we got. All right, let's go look at neighbors. We'll go pro potential. We'll go 4. And that's it. Everybody else is cut. Everybody else is out. So we'll have to wait and see what we can get. So we get a guard, Dalvin Bynum from West Bloomfield, Michigan, signed, as well as quarterback Ryan Pugsley from Paxton, Massachusetts, and tight end Ethan Barbo from Alpharetta, Georgia. We lost cornerback. We lost a cornerback to Notre Dame. That would have been, so we lost Jeremiah Brink. He signed with UCLA. And we lost Blake Woodby. He signed with Notre Dame. We've got 11 players on the scholarship. Oh, 12 actually. Oh boy. Okay. So we need 2 tailbacks. We need 2 tackles. We need edges, apparently. I don't have my people. Good God. Okay. We're going to have fun trying to fill up the roster. Okay, so the final week of recruiting is coming and going. We get a commitment from guard Tariq Lemon from Westlake Village, California. Also, wide receiver Matt Ottman from Portsmouth, Virginia. Guard Sean King from Baltimore, Maryland. Angel Wade Mike linebacker from Lithuania, Georgia. Skylar Costello from Heiston, New Jersey. Craig Berger from Loganville, Georgia. Tim Short from St. Petersburg, Florida. Nate Duvall from Liver, Georgia. Quadri Springs from Dallas, Georgia. Javon Campbell from Frankfort, Kentucky. Bryce Baker from Huntsville, North Carolina. Sadiq LaRue from Middleton, Maryland. Gideon Amakalu from Bolingbrook, Illinois. Jake Parker from Hornville, New York. Don Thrasher from Cincinnati, Ohio. Austin Yee from Everett, Massachusetts. Lucas Austin from Sterling, Illinois. So we had a lot of players, pretty much. So let's see what national signings this looks like. So Jonathan Beck signed with Nebraska. Malik Autry signed with LSU. Kalik Lockett signed with USC. Zadian Walker signed with Florida. Julian Duggar signed with Notre Dame. And Major Boyd signed with Penn State. So all in all, we had 29 recruits sign. We ended up with the 18th best class in the country. The 5th best class in the Big Ten. Okay, let's see what we end up with. All right, let's look at the position changes and see. Let's see if we've got 3 athletes. He's going to be a quarterback. I know that just by he's going to be a quarterback, just looking at the numbers. So he's going to be a quarterback, just looking at his numbers. Shadarian Blade. Ooh, he could either be tailback, tight end, or wide receiver. And honestly, you could make a case for any of them. I'm gonna take a look and see where he would end up. He's probably not gonna end up a tailback. Okay. And then Tim Short. Tim Short, they're saying tight end. He's listed at fullback. Oh no, no, he is fullback. Okay. Let me take a look. Okay, Costello would be third. And Dunsbar would be okay. So one of these two is going to start next year. Either Bryce Baker or Ryan Pugsley. I honestly couldn't tell you which one I probably want to start more. Thrasher. Oh, wow. So let's see. Owens is listed at fullback. And he's a junior. Let me see. Where else would we go? Let's see. One of the safety spots on the fullback. Okay, let me check the safeties. Skags I could get rid of. Yeah, 3. Doxson's a sub 67. Ooh, yeah, he would probably fit in better at strong safety. Just by his overall. Okay. Yeah, and he would probably fit in right behind. Let me see what this is. His rating for strong safety would be a 67. Right, let's put him there. Let's see where he would fit in. Tied. He'd fit in backed up for second. Probably tied for third. Okay, and Zaire Blade. 75, 74, or 73. And he would be tight end, tailback. Tailback, I think it was. Right, let's go look again. 75 for tailback. I would put him right here with Jake Parker. I'm going to say no. We've got wide receivers. We've got tight ends. Ooh, what would his... Okay, let me go look. Tight end and wide receiver. Tight end, he'd be 74. Wide receiver, he'd be 73. So 74, that means he'd basically, he'd allow me to be able to cut Gideon half and more. And then, what was it, 73 for this one? He'd be right in front of Nate Badgett, but I mean, he'd allow me to be able to cut this kid. Actually, I would move him. Well, no, because I'd cut him. Yeah, I think I'd cut him. So yeah, we'll move the other one to. We'll move Blade to tight end. Yeah, we'll move Blade to tight end. Okay. Okay, so we got 4 on the left side for tackle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the right. Good there. 3. And 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Let's see. Let's go ahead and move him to the left side. Left guard. We'll move from the left guard. Okay. Tackles, we said we're good. Yeah. It's pretty much evened out. Defensive ends, 2, 3, 4, Sam's, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mike's, we got, yeah, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wills, we got 2. 77 and a 60. 77 and a 68. Normally Evan Foster. I move Evan Foster over there. That gives us 4 on the Sams, 3 on the Wills, 3, 4. Let me see. He got some better safety. 69, okay. Alright. Let's see. 70. Ooh. Ooh, wow. Okay. Move him to the strong safety. Yeah, we'll move Wade to strong safety. And then, let's see. Move him to a wheel instead of the. Move him to a D tackle, he'd be a 70. Move him to free safety. Basically, move him to either safety. Move him to one of the will line. Move him to one of the will or Sam, he'd be a 70. D tackle at a 70. Let's see. He wouldn't give a crack to say he was 70. He'd push. Move him to a will. Yeah, let's move him to the. Let's make him the will. 70. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. Oh, wow. Man, he'd be a 71. He'd be a 71 at Will or Sam. Or I could move him outside to the edge rusher. Or I could move him outside to the edge rusher. That's 70. Let's see. He wouldn't crack one of those. Okay. Will or Sam at 71. Get the bottom for the Sam. Will. Ooh, he'd be 3rd. I could move. I could move him into one of the safeties instead. Strong safety. Okay. Let's see. The value there. And looks like it is one of those springs. Man, springs. We could move springs. Springs would be 75. No, I'm sorry, that's Max Allen. Max Wandering Spring. Be a 71. I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're okay. We'll have to do some heavy duty recruiting. A couple of spots. Definitely doing some trimming. Yes. Scans. He's gonna have to be cut. He's not gonna make it. True Hills. Hills might get to stay. Short. Just move. We've got the tight end. He's a 70. Okay. Let's see. Hang on a second. He would just allow. See, he would also allow me to be able to. I'm getting rid of Gideon because of Zaire Blade. We'll keep it the way it is. Can't see a reason for. Stuart Blake, I mean. Okay, alright. We've got our position changes done. Getting through National Signing Day. That's what longer than I thought it would. Okay, so we have everything we need done. Alright, training results here. Let's start at the quarterback. So, Ryan Plusley moved up to a 90, as did Bryce Baker. Andrew Duvsbiner moved up to a 78 from a 70. So, honestly, I don't know who I'm going to start. I'm actually going to run these two guys in practice and figure it out. I may even change my coach look. I don't know. Jameson Kamara moved up to an 88 from an 81. Micah Capana stays at an 85. Oh, wow. Dom Thrasher moves up to an 82. Jake Parker moves up to an 81. Jerry Parker Jr. moves up to a 78. Lorenzo Brooks stays at moves up to a 75. Ty Batty, 75. Zeke Breeze moves up to a 74. Elijah Owens moves up to an 82. Matt Otten, 91. Jabar Browder, 90. Ramon Shelley moves up to a 90. That was an 11-point jump. That's the biggest jump I've seen. So he moved up from, what would he have been? Oh, fuck. He would have been like he probably would have been like a 79, I think. Let me see. I got all the world's information on our fingertips. Yep, he moved up from a 79 to a 90. That's an impressive fucking jump. That is an impressive jump. Marion Stewart moved up to an 87. Nate Badgett is a 75. Damon Camerata is a 73. Jason Rubin is also a 73. And Denzel Likely is a 66. Ethan Barbaro is an 88. Hogan Hansen is an 83. And then John Pugh is a 79. Andrew Barbola is a 93. Tay Haywood stays in an 82. Austin Gee's a 79. And then John Mukabutsky is a 73. Cameron Kiek is an 88. Avery Gitch is an 83. And then Lloyd Stevens is a 73. Caden Strayhorn is an 85. Quentin Wing is a 75. That is the second highest jump. He jumped from a 65 to a 75. That's a 10-point jump. Ramon Shelley has the biggest fucking jump at 11. Fritz Hook is a 79. Tavius Lamar is a 75. Blake Frazier stays at a 87. Lucas Austin is an 82. Kenny Odrick is a 73. And then Braden Morris is a 70. You're a senior and whatever. Ted Hammond moved up to an 87. 86 for Dominic Nichols. 86 for Javion Campbell. 82 for Travis Moten, and 79 for Nathaniel Marshall. Luger Escapee is an 89. 88 for Devin Baxter. Devin Voorhees moved up to an 82. He jumped up 10 points. Damn. Quincy Steed moved up to a 78. Bobby Kanak moved up to a 78. Greg Badbury is a 76. 86 for Nathaniel Botaneg. 85 for Cordell Keaton. 79 for Zach Ludwig. And 77 for Chase Taylor. 77 for Sanesi Goodspeed. And 77 for Tyree Lord. Isaiah Penny is an 81. Jesse DeMarco is a 73. Yep, 73. Josiah Edmonds is 90. 88 is Tevez Metcalf. And Jaden Sanders is also an 88. Shamari Earl stays at an 85, but he picks up 2 pounds. Lonnie Khalil moves up to an 85, and Hugo Luna moves up to a 70. Jacob Oden is an 88, 86 for Jordan Young, and a 74 for BJ Wooden. Villamore Fuli is a 78, 72 for Terrell Hills, and Jamar Doxson moves up to a 69. Stuart Blake stays at a 74, and then the punter is an incoming freshman, so he doesn't pick up anything. So we had Ramon Shelley picked up the most at 11, and then we had 2 of the guys that picked up at plus 10. Man. All right, so we're going to get through the rest of this and get through the off season. We don't have our hands full. Okay, so before we finish, we're going to go ahead and encourage some transfers because, well, I need to cut 5 people because we're 5 players over. Are you serious? I can't cut him because he's an incoming freshman. Motherfucker! I'm not cutting these other 2. Okay, so, all right, what about tailbacks? You know what? 'Cause, 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 'cause I'm gonna I'm gonna encourage breedings, and honestly, I'm gonna encourage batting. So I need to cut 3 more. Ugh. Um, Dunsbar. Ooh, I would, but I want a redshirt Costello. Okay. What about receivers? Likely. All right. Tight end. No. Tackle. Left tackle? No. Um, Left guard. Maybe Stevens. Let's see what the right guard. No, I don't think so. Let me do Braden Morris on the right side. Um, I maybe, but I don't know. Um, I'm gonna coach Doxson. All right, so we're at 80. We're at our limit at 85. Um, Cousin conferences, and then I wonder about the upgrading coding skills. I'm gonna do that. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and finish out the off season. Okay, so we're up to the preseason right now. I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream and call it day. Yeah, I'm gonna end this stream and gonna call it a day. Um, I'll be back tomorrow. We will get into, you know what? Before we end this, I'm gonna just take a look at the schedule. Oh, this is interesting. So we're not playing week 0. We're playing week 1 in Las Vegas against Alabama. Oh my God. Oh my bear. Oh man. Oh no. So, shit. Um, we're actually going to be, so as it's, as the schedule sits right now, we would be on the road. So rather, okay, uh, so no matter what, yeah, we're playing week 1 at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas against Alabama. And then we're doing week two in Louisville. We'll start conference play against Maryland at home. We go to Purdue. We play FCS Southeast. And that is our non-conference schedule. We will not play Oregon this year. We get Maryland, Purdue, Northwestern, Nebraska, Washington, Wisconsin, USC, Michigan State, and then Ohio State. Michigan State will be our senior night. You know what? Just because I'm going to switch it and we're going to do that. We're going to leave it. Yeah. We're going to be the home matchup against. So we're going to open the season against Alabama at a neutral site in Las Vegas. And then we're going to go the next week to Louisville, and then we're going to start Big Ten play. Oh, this is going to be 2028 is going to be a fun season. So, yeah, when we come back, we'll talk about the top 25 going into the year, and then we will also talk about who is on the Heisman watch. I want to actually look real quick and see if we have any preseason All-Americans. I see a lot of Ohio State. Ah, damn, a lot of Ohio State and a lot of Notre Dame. Damn. Second team, Ohio State's Spencer Davis. Holy shit. A lot of Ohio. Damn. Fuck. God damn. Damn, what the hell did Notre Dame do? They robbed somebody? Damn. Just between Ohio State and Notre Dame, I don't know who robbed who more. So let's see. All right, Ohio State, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players on the first team, All-American. Second team, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So in total, between the two All-American lists, Ohio State has 13 players. Now, let's look at Notre Dame. So Notre Dame's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. God damn, what the? Yeah, I don't know what the hell Ohio State and Notre Dame did, but dude, what the hell? Y'all must have like knocked somebody over or something because Jesus Christ. So on the Big Ten, Bryce Baker, all right, let's see. For the Big Ten, for the first team, Taven St. Clair is First team, it's fucking riddled with Ohio State, except for Kevin Kiak at left guard. It's riddled with Ohio State players and a few Oregon players and a couple of guys from Nebraska. But it's mostly Ohio State. Second team, Bryce Baker and Jameson Kamara from Michigan, along with Luda Ekope and then Cordell Keaton. They're still riddled between Ohio State, a couple of Nebraska players, and then a few Oregon players, and then two guys from USC who are both wide receivers, Derek Briggs and then Khalid Lockett. I'm telling you, dude, it's crazy. Lockett spent the last 3 years in Texas before going to USC. Damn. Briggs has spent the last 2 years at USC. Bryce Baker spent the last 2 years at Toledo. This is going to be crazy. Jamerson Kamara has been at Michigan. He was recruited to Michigan, actually, I think. All right. So, yeah, that's interesting. Fuck it. Let's just look at it anyway. Okay. Yeah. So we'll talk about this on the next stream because I gotta be honest. The only name on this list that surprises me are actually the bottom two, and that's Khalid Lockett from USC, and then Donovan Ogbe from Mizzou. The top three names on here don't shock me. One, because they were on this list last year, and two, Jesus Christ, man. It's three juniors and two seniors. All right, so that will be an end to that. When we come back on the next stream, we will be going into week 0. We will discuss the top 25 and also talk about the Heisman watch list and just kind of cover what I expect will probably happen for 2028. What I hope to happen and what I kind of expect maybe to happen. So until next time, we will see you guys here for the start of the new season, for the 2028 season with your Michigan Wolverines as the number 6 team in the country. So until next time, we'll see you guys later. Y'all have a great night.